All right, so women's breakdown.
Obviously, yep.
All right, so we're gonna put all the interviews you did.
Yep.
Right, and a bunch of video and things like that at the end.
Okay.
All right. So we're talking 5 things that what stood out from the last 2 days.
Okay.
All right. So number 1.
Number 1 for me, California has been known as the most dominant state when it comes to women's wrestling. We talked about it in our preview. For the first time in over a decade, they don't win juniors and they don't win 16U. I think that's massive to talk about the change and maybe changing of the guard for the future of women's wrestling. And that to me was the most staggering point of the weekend.
Well, and it was I mean, usually it's California in a runaway.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even count. I mean, they didn't even win, but the team race was close. Michigan was there.
Illinois in the mix.
I mean, we're talking really interesting team race.
And again, we want to talk about interesting team races. I just want to mention, we talked about Maryland and the trend. They had 4 in the finals. I think that's a record for the state of Maryland. So that was huge for them too, to get over damn near a handful of girls onto the final stage that we see behind us.
Well, as you're talking about the number in the finals, Florida, 4 for 4.
Man, you want Bethel, Bowie, Tedesco, and Manis. Sorry, I couldn't track her down for an interview. But all 4 of them wrestled a great match. You want to talk about Tedesco going up against a hammer Valsolario.
Right.
Game plan to a T, and she executed that game plan perfectly.
Yes, absolutely. And then we had Bowie beating Estrada. Another Southeast versus Southeast. Real good match, but Estrada couldn't get the turn when she needed to on top.
And that's one of those matches where when I got to speak to Bowie, she said she knew she was going to get a good match in the finals if it was going to be Zayo that she met there, knowing it was going to be Zayo that had pinned her earlier when they had previously wrestled to go back and get the win in the way she did. She talked about just how important that was to her in the run-up, almost like used it as a motivating factor.
All right, number 3. So my number 3, my number 3 is probably Georgia didn't have any All-Americans, right?
Yeah.
South Carolina didn't have. Well, South Carolina had Zayo. North Carolina didn't have any All-Americans. Tennessee, shout out to Piper Fowler, right? And Ireland, Lauren,
yes,
yeah,
Ireland Lauren,
who took 3rd. But the fact that Georgia didn't put anybody on the podium.
You know, we'll get into it in a later discussion, so I don't want to say too much, especially because, you know, everybody knows that I'm a Georgia guy, and everybody kind of calls me a Georgia homer for it. You know, when we talked about the preview, I said 5 All-Americans between the 2 age groups was a fair goal to set. You got girls like Genevieve on in the mix, Elle Kaufman, who came out of nowhere to put on a great run.
Yes.
But then you did have some performances where, out of 2 girls I love, Artemis and Nora, they could have wrestled better. And maybe you talk about the atmosphere of Fargo got to them, kind of Fargo fever. But Georgia for sure had a better performance than they did. And we'll get into further discussion later down the line about that. But that was surprising to see for sure.
Yeah. Well, you know, shout out to Genevieve. I know she's disappointed about not making the podium, but it was a great weight class.
Yeah, arguably the deepest weight in the tournament, for sure.
So, all right, number 4 for me, 2 finals match.
Yeah.
They come down through the center and out onto the mat. What do you think?
I don't like it, but it's coming down those steps. It looked like a couple girls almost went Katsatumbala, if you speak Italian, you know what I'm saying. Like, it just looks a little goofy as they're kind of trying to tiptoe their way. I don't know.
I do like them coming through the crowd.
I like the idea of it, but I almost feel like that those steps are too small to do it. Because they're trying to come down with some pace, but those steps are only so big. There are a couple girls that they kind of had to hang on and like really. So it's.
Well, I mean, I guess you don't want to slip. So
exactly.
I mean, take it nice and easy to get
sure,
on to the mat.
For sure. And then when you get on there, number 5 for me, and on point about the finals. In a lot of the finals, it was rather clear who was the winner. There weren't too many. There were a couple of good matches, but the girls that won took care of business.
They did. And they wrestled at a really high level.
Yes, that's asterisk number 6, I guess. The level of girls wrestling you see year on year in the growth. It's no different this year. Incredible matches all through the weekend at all age groups and weights.
All right, so we're gonna do a wrap up of the boys freestyle in a few days. Enjoy the interviews, the video, all the stuff at the end of this.
Yep.
All right, you guys take care. See ya.
Boom.
Go, Debbie!
All right, Fat and Scrappy family, I'm here with national champion Gabby Tedesco. Gabby, take a second, talk about the run-up to the tournament and the prep and the training that went into this weekend.
I trained a lot. Like, I was coming in like 2 practices a day. I was working my butt off. I was doing cardio. I was doing everything that I can to become a national champ. I was preparing myself. I was eating well at the weigh-in. And yeah.
So obviously, I don't know if it's sunk in yet, but talk about what is the feeling now that you topped the mountain? What the goal was, you've made it now, and you beat a girl in Val Solario who's a hitter. Like, she's a badass, and you took care of business and got the win. How's that feel?
It feels really good. Val hit me in the first period last year. She's an incredible wrestler, and I wanted a rematch. You know, we wrestle very tough with each other, and I like the way she pushed me, and I'm just really excited. I didn't realize that I got the 2. I thought they called it back neutral. That's why I was so shocked when I won.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, first off, congratulations on the tournament as a whole, and congratulations on being a national champion.
Thank you so much.
Fat and Scrappy family, I'm here with national champion Claire Bowie. Claire, let's talk for a second. What was the preparation like in the run-up to the event?
I was all summer. I was training. The last kind of week, you taper off a little bit, ease off your body, but getting a good feel, being confident in my stuff, getting good roll arounds. I came here. My wake up went really good. I felt super strong, super fast, and coming out here with the mindset to, hey, I'm gonna have some fun, put on a show, and win this thing.
So that was the next question. Was the mindset and the expectations to come and win this?
Yeah, I was out here. Everyone would be like, "Are you here to win it?" I'd be like, "That's the plan." I didn't want to go out there being like, "Yeah, of course I'm gonna win it." That's not my style. But I was excited to wrestle, and I went out to all my matches a little bit confident, ready for a good match, which I got.
Yeah.
And
so I'm gonna say, walking down the steps, through the smoke, onto the big stage, what was the finals atmosphere like, and as a whole, the atmosphere of the event?
it was kind of different this year. I was like not expecting it because last year they had it set up differently. I came out and I was just kind of feeling it. Everyone was like, I heard some people in the crowd be like, Claire, and I was like, yeah, that's my name. So that was fun.
Well, congratulations once again. You had a hell of a tournament.
Thank you very much.
No, don't step over.
All right, I'm here with Kaylani Barrientos. She just did some work on the backside of the bracket. Kaylani, talk about the run-up to Fargo. What was the training like and how you felt coming into the weekend?
So for Florida, we had to go to either 3 or 4 camps just to get us prepared for Fargo. It was like 3 days for like 3 sessions each day. It was a hard workout, but it was worth it.
Yeah, obviously now you're having a good run in the tournament. Talk about what it's like being able to see not only yourself, but a handful of your teammates, got a couple in the finals. How's it feel being on a team like Florida that's putting a lot of girls on the podium this year?
I like Florida team because they all supportive and they like help us all and cheer on us. Even though if they didn't make it, they still cheer and come watch us, support us no matter what.
Awesome, thank you and keep up the good work.
How you go?
I'm here with Evelyn Holmes-Smith, just finished up 4th on the weekend. Evelyn, just take a quick second to kind of talk about what was the training like getting ready for this weekend off of having a great season in the high school season?
It was just getting like all my sessions in during the day, knowing that you're going to be wrestling all day at Fargo, so we had camps going there all day, just getting your mindset right, getting your body right, getting your body fuel. It was just helping me just get my mind and my body prepared for this tournament, to just go in there and do what I can do best. So.
Yeah. Obviously, you had a great event finishing in 4th. Kind of talk about the event as a whole. Obviously, while not what you wanted coming into the weekend, how does it feel to finish as high up on the podium as you did?
I'm happy, even though I didn't finish where I wanted to, but I felt like I wrestled good throughout the whole tournament. My semis is probably my worst match, but just the whole tournament I was like on my game, and I was able to do what I was what I've been practicing, and my mind just seemed like in the right area. I improved from last year, so just keeping that positive mind just helped me get through this tournament.
All right. Well, congratulations once again, Evan. All right, I'm here with Milana Borelli. She just finished up 5th here. Milana, just take a quick second, kind of talk about what was the training like coming into Fargo and just the overall preparation for this event.
Yeah, so I really just want to thank my team at Venice and my parents and family for helping me prepare for this. It's been so many months coming, days and nights and just long hours, weekends, everything you could think of. I worked super hard to be here, and I just can't thank them enough.
All right, now for someone that might not have been here, maybe hasn't been here, maybe it's someone back home, try to describe the atmosphere of Fargo.
Oh, it's crazy here. There's a lot of people. I mean, a lot of competition. It's the best of the best here, so you really gotta bring your A game.
And then lastly, kind of talk about what is it like with Team Florida, having, a couple girls in the finals and a handful of other girls on the podium. What is it like being a part of that type of a team?
Oh, I love Team Florida. They're all so sweet, and we all work so hard to be here. And I mean, Team Florida is so underrated, but I mean, we deserve to be here for sure.
Awesome. Congratulations. Hi guys, I'm here with Cheyenne Cruz, All-American today, finished up in 8th, 2-time Fargo All-American, not mistaken, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
talk about with Team Florida, what was the preparation like in the training coming into this weekend?
I trained with my club for about a month and a half, 2 months in advance. We just went hard drills.
Shout out Riot. Shout out Jamie at Riot.
And then I had a prep camp a week before we came. We went to the prep camp, just drilled hard, went a bunch, conditioning, stuff like that. Stick with cardio.
For sure. So now talk about, obviously not the result you wanted this weekend.
Yes, sir.
But a 2-time All-American is a hell of an accolade. How does
Yes,
that
sir.
feel?
It feels awesome. Honestly, as a sophomore, it's a great opportunity. Never thought I would be in this situation to be a 2-time All-American as a sophomore going into my junior year.
So lastly, whether it's someone at Middlesbrough, maybe talk about someone that maybe hasn't been to Fargo. What is the environment and atmosphere like here in the Dome?
It's definitely very nerve-wracking. Like, it's a lot going on. It's a lot of mats. It's a lot of extra.
Lots of sounds and things
pressure.
crashing around.
A lot of pressure and stuff like that. But honestly, it feels amazing being out on the mat and experience something like this, because not many people get to.
Like I said, congratulations.
Turn your ear on. Turn your ear on. Other ear. Left ear to the chest. For that snatch.
I'm here with Grace Leota. She just finished up 4th place. Grace, take a second, kind of talk about what was your preparation like to go into Fargo, an event like this?
It was really hard. A lot of times I was training like 6-7 days a week, and I would do double, triple practices. But I'm just so grateful for the support system that I have, and my family, my coaches. They really allowed me to be able to train like this, and just finding different clubs that really fit my style.
Obviously. So 4th place, a great finish, an All-American status. What's the feeling like now? Obviously not what you wanted out of the weekend, but still, finishing 4th at this type of event is a hell of an accomplishment.
I feel just really happy. I had a pretty crappy start, I think, in the tournament. I won my first two, but then, I won my first three, and then I lost my quarters. And I was feeling really down about myself, but a big part of my sport is my faith, and obviously. So I just prayed to God, asked for guidance, and I talked with my mom, and it really helped me to bounce right back into the tournament, get fourth.
Obviously, and lastly, for someone that maybe hasn't been to Fargo yet, kind of try to explain the atmosphere of being in the Dome.
Yeah, I love it, honestly. I love wrestling in big crowds, but it's a big arena, but once you get here, the way that people talk about Fargo, it's just a nice arena. It's a great feeling, and it's not really as hard as anyone really makes it sound like.
Awesome, congratulations, man.
Yeah, move around. Good. Move around. There it is. There we go. Just get your shield.
Our fan Scrappy family, I'm here with Ireland Lauren, just finished up in fourth place here at Fargo. If you could, take a second and talk about what was the training and preparation like going into the weekend?
Well, these past 3 months, I was training for nationals in Oklahoma. So that was intense. We were doing a 5-week, 3 practices a day in Tennessee. And then we went to nationals. After that, I went to Nebraska and trained there for a week. And then I went to Iowa and in Nebraska, I did UNC. I went 9-0. It was a big camp at the Nebraska University.
Okay.
Then I came back, did a 3-day camp in Nashville, and then 1-day camp at our club, and then I came here. So.
All right. So finishing up in fourth, a hell of a result, obviously an All-American, not the result you probably wanted from the weekend.
Yeah.
Talk about how it is to be an All-American and getting fourth at an event like this.
Oh, it's great. I came here as a nobody, no rank or anything, so.
Well, you ain't that anymore. You're for sure on people's radar now.
Huh?
So that, and then I guess the last thing I want to ask you is for someone that maybe hasn't been to Fargo or someone that isn't here this weekend, talk about the atmosphere and the kind of feeling of the Dome.
Oh, it's amazing. When me and my friends stepped in we were walking, we had no nerves before we walked in, saw how big it was. It's crazy. It was nerves were everywhere, so yeah.
I can imagine. Congratulations, Aaron.
Thank you.